today we're going to do What If Female Deku Was a Todoroki, Part 4. The last where we left off was a cliffhanger where they finally met their older brother Toya. They went to his apartment and talked. First was Shuki. Toya, why did you left us? I was trying to follow you, but I got lost in the forest instead. But where were you? Toya said with a sigh, I wanted to escape that family. I didn't really want to go back because of that wretched person who is our so-called father. He just cares about being All Might. And why did you even came back? Why didn't you just run away? Shuki said, but he changed. He changed for the better. He took Mom out of the hospital. Ever since we left, he has felt nothing but guilt. He has become a better father. He doesn't really care about being All Might anymore. He just cares for you to go home. The first time when we were reunited, he wasn't that old Endeavor. He wasn't that old Endeavor who only cared about All Might. He actually cared for us. When the first time we met, he was worried sick. It was true. He did change. I know some things that he did were unforgivable, but can you at least, please, just give him a chance? Right, Shoto? He changed. Shoto said, yeah, he changed. He doesn't abuse us anymore. He doesn't care about being All Might. He just cares about being a family again. Please, Toya. Toya said with a sigh and says, I can't. Fine. I can't. Fine, but what? I can't. No. I can't, no. He thought about this for a long time and he said no. He can't give that bastard another chance again. Which made Shuki feel sad. But Toya said he said he would give him another chance. Even though he said the old bastard was unforgivable, if Shuki can forgive him, if the family could forgive him and he's changed for the better, he would too. Which actually made them really happy. Once they got back home, they said, Father, look who's back, Touyas Home. Everyone said, Toya? They all hugged and had a the whole Todoroki family was reunited. Toya had some severe burns, but thanks to Shuki's healing, it was gone. They all had a great family time. The news later on, it was on the news. Toya Todoroki has been found and has came out of hiding. Let's see the Todoroki family now. Endeavor has become more social to news status, and people are seeing the way that Endeavor changed. People started liking Endeavor more, and it was pretty happy. Okay? Now, let's go to the sports festival because I'm pretty sure that's where I left off. Aizawa said, okay class, this will determine your future. The students got worried and said, oh no, not another test, please, no. He says, we have to pick a class rep, so go do whatever you want. people keep on saying, the boys, Denki stand up on his chair and says, "Pick me!" While people are whining about other stuff, Ida finally stood up and says, "We should do a vote. We are civilized people. We should not act like this." Once they agreed, they vote. The ones who got voted on is Suki as president and who should be vice? And her twin Shoto as president. But Shoto doesn't really want to go. So he gave the spot to Momo. So the class rep and the vice rep is Momo, Yayarozu, and Shuki Todoroki. Okay. Guys, you haven't really said this in my last video. I asked if you guys want a new ship or we're just gonna go for Mako x Shuki. So, we're doing Mako x Shuki then. Mako? Okay. They had 2 weeks of training. Shuki, Momo, Shoto, and Mako were training because they wanted to be good in the sports festival. Momo practiced on her fighting skills. Momo and Mako were practicing on their fighting skills while Shuki and Todoroki were focusing. Shuki was practicing her combat and using her quirk, while Shoto was doing the same thing. He was also doing some strength training. Okay. Now it's time. Now let's go to the sports festival. Midnight rolled it in and said that the first... Oh yeah, I'm changing her powers too. She can summon ice and water, okay? Just like her brother, and she can summon ice and water. She can summon ice and water, okay? Just like her brother. So, once the race started, both Shuki and Todoroki froze the floor and they started sliding. Shuki was sliding pretty fast and Shoto was using his fire to be even faster, but Shuki used her air element and ran as fast as the air and run as fast as the wind. When the first obstacle was the pointers. Shuki flied. Shuki was like, "Wait, why am I running? I can legit fly!" So, Shuki flied all the way to the finish line with Shoto in second, Bakugo in third, Mako in fourth, and Momo in fifth. Now let's go to the cavalry battle. The team is Shuki, Shoto, Uraraka, and no. Shuki, Shoto, Momo, and who else? Oh yeah. Mako. Shoto and Suki freeze the whole thing. Made a big giant ice wall around them so no one could get in. Every time someone would pass through, Shoto would either use his fire or Shuki or Shoto would use their fire. Shuki didn't make it blue because she didn't want to hurt anyone. They stayed there the whole round, and bing bong ding. They won. Now let's go to the fights. Shuki versus Shinso. Ojiro warned Suki about Ojiro warned Suki about Shinso's quirk. Suki says, "Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ojiro. That's deeply appreciated." As she walked up, Shinso was talking bad stuff about Class 1A. And then Shuki said, I know what your quirk is, but my IQ is too high for that. So to make it fair, I will not use my quirk. How about that? Shinso agreed and let the fight begin. Shinso tried to punch Suki, but she dodged. Suki stunned Shinso's arm, and Shinso's like, "Ugh! What the fudge?" I'm not swearing. "You said you won't use your quirk." Suki said, "Yeah, I did. My quirk is elemental, and I use chi blocking. It's a technique that where you have to touch the pressure points. And you have to touch the pressure points so your opponent won't move, like yours." So she did Ty Lee style, keep on stunning Shinso, and it's over. Shuki wins, which everyone roared, which was pretty epic actually. Now let's do the thing. Mako versus Momo. They were doing a sword fight, and Mako, with his speed and strength, was able to beat Momo. Todoroki did the same thing with Zero, because he's still cold. He's pretty cold as ice. But to Suki and his friends, he's not, okay? And their family. Now let's go. Bakugo and Uraraka go the same. And now it's Mako versus Mako and Todoroki. Mako versus Dark Shadow. No. Mako versus Todoroki and Suki against Dark Shadow. Tokoyami and Dark Shadow. Todoroki wins. Todoroki wins. Bakugo and Uraraka still goes the same. And now let's go to the fight between Tokoyami and Suki. Suki used fire against Dark Shadow and Tokoyami. She'll still use chi blocking to stun them, and she stunned Dark Shadow and she stunned Tokoyami, which she won. Let's now go to Bakugo versus Suki. Bakugo tried to explode Shuki, but Shuki dodged. She used her reflexes and strengths and her quirk. And was always one step ahead of Bakugo. She keeps on dodging, and when she found an opening, scratch that. Suki hated Bakugo the most, so she bloodbended him out. she controlled him just like a puppet. And he went out. President Mike was like, "What? Aizawa? How? That's her student, right? How was her quirk? How can she control Bakugo?" Aizawa said, "Oh, Shuki Todoroki. Oh, yeah. Her quirk is called Elemental." And President Mike was like, "But how can she legit stun people?" Aizawa said, let me explain. She stuns people with her chi blocking. She learned that technique when she was little. She also, she can stun anyone by touching one of their pressure points. Her actual quirk is called Elemental. She can basically control the 4 elements: fire, earth, air, and water. She's also one of our healers because water is one of the key components to life. So she can heal people. She has between those 4 elements are sub elements. For example, for water, it's vapor, ice, and blood. She controlled Bakugo's blood, so she controlled him just like a puppet. While earth, she can control crystals, glass, metal, and sand, and other soil-like substances. And fire, she has other. Oh yeah, I forgot. In earth, she can also and she can also control lava. For fire, she can control. Lightning by her and summon from her fingertips, and she can control lightning from her fingertips and combustion, which she doesn't wanna, since she doesn't know. She doesn't really want to do it because it's one of the most dangerous techniques. And with air, she can fly. Berzamai was like, "Whoa, that's such a versatile quirk, Aizawa." Aizawa said, "Yes, it is." Now let's go to the fight we've all been waiting for. Shuki versus Todoroki. Shuki keeps on, every time Shoto attacks Shuki, Shuki's also sending the attack back. It was over and over again, and then, bam, Shoto's gone. So first place is Shuki Todoroki. Second place is Shoto Todoroki, and Bakugo, you already know, he's tied to the log. Now let's go to internships. Let's see. Shuki and Shoto are gonna internship with Endeavor, okay? Shuki and Shoto are gonna internship with Endeavor, okay? Shuki realized that Ida's brother was hurt, so she healed him, which Ida is very happy about, because he doesn't want to take revenge anymore since his brother is healed. The Hosu incident happened last, but Shuki and Shoto were there, and then Endeavor gave them permission to use their quirks against the Nomus, and it ended quite easier. Now, what's that? What's next? Yeah, the students versus teachers. The students versus teachers, yeah. Shuki and Shoto versus All Might, okay? Okay. Let's continue. Shuki and Shoto versus All Might. Okay. Shuki and Shoto, which ends up easily. Shuki bloodbends All Might. Shuki bloodbends All Might and made him pass out, which she cut off all the blood in the heart, and then All Might passed out, which made All Might pass out. They put the cuffs on him, and ding dong ding, they won. Now, let's go to the training camp arc. Next part is going to be the training camp arc. Well, bye people. Wait, I think I have a little bit more time, so I think we should go to the training camp. So, they said that they're gonna go camping, so they're going to the mall. So, when they got to the mall, Shuki felt someone following her, so about to grab her, so she stunned him, and yeah. And it was Shigaraki. Shigaraki was really mad and got teleported by Kurogiri. So, now let's go. So after the training camp, they went on to the field. Now when they met the wild pussycats, Shuki just ding dong dang just ran because Aizawa instructed her and her buddy to not help anyone. So Shuki was the first one there, and she was cooking. And then when everyone was gone, when the wild pussycats went off, they see Shuki. They're like, oh snap. Yeah. So now let's go to when the villains attacked. So when the villains attacked, when Shuki met Koda, Shuki has her own little, little tent, has her own little thing, because remember, she used to live near the her little treehouse thing was near the wild pussy, has a decent amount of space between the wild pussycats and the training camp. So she went there. She saw Kota there. She says, "Oh, hello, Kota. Hello, what's your name?" Kota said, his name is Kota. And she asked, where do you know this place? Shuki said that she used to be here because she used to, in part 1, she got lost in the forest and lived there. And then when Shuki was done, when Shuki was done unpacking her stuff, she bing bong bang cooked really good food, and then all of them ate. And then when the training, Shuki was meditation and concentration. And then when the villains attack, Shuki went to save Koda. She bends muscular. And then when she has Koda to Mandalay, and she saves everyone and no one gets captured. Now let's go to the next part will be them meeting the big tree. So this part, and then this time they're having another break. And then they spent time together. Shuki and Shota spend time with their family because, Toya. So they spent a lot of time together. They went to restaurants, they went to the ice skating rink, they did roller skating. They did a lot of fun stuff, and Toya was actually enjoying this. So, yeah. I think that's it for today. Now, goodbye and thank you everyone. And once we get to, and thank you everyone for subscribing. Thank you for all your support and goodbye.